We're going to go on to the jokes and quotes, which might be interesting because I have my phone hooked up to the mic, so we'll see if this works. Okay. I'm just going to assume it's going to work, and I'm going to hit the button when it's time. So as you can see, I'm standing outside right now, so if anyone asks, I am outstanding. That's not cool. Lame. I'm going to try to unplug my mic and hit the button. So you're not going to hear it if you're listening to MP3. Okay, I'm back. Woo! Okay, I'm still in the testing phase of this mic. This is a test. So that's why I had all that silence there. Apparently it will not play through the speakers on my phone when I had the mic hooked to my phone. And when I unplugged it, it stopped the voice recording. And I guess I should have hit record, but instead I hit play when I tried to start it again, which started it at the beginning. So I had to stop it and start a new one. So, lesson learned there. I don't know. I'll have to think about later how I'm going to do that. Since my cell phone is what I need to make that sound. But I'll miss. Maybe I'll just like say it or something like that. But I like the sound effect. I could add it in later. Not to the video though. Okay, so I think if I'm working this out right now on video, I shouldn't be doing this, but I think if I unplug it, which stops it automatically, do the two sounds, plug it back in, and actually hit record instead of hit play, then it should keep recording, and then I'll just add in the, oh, but then it won't have gotten my jokes, because when I unplug it, I can't record. I don't know. I'll have to think about it later. Quotes. Today is a good day to try. That's what I'm doing. I'm trying something new. But that's just saying you can start trying on whatever you want to do today. You don't have to wait until the end of the year for New Year's resolutions. You don't have to wait until the end of the month, whether it's a diet, a new job, anything you want to try. Try out a new hobby, try out going to a new location, meeting someone new. Today's a good day, so, well, maybe not today because it's getting close to being over, but any day you feel prepared to do it, just do it. And even if you don't feel prepared to do it, just do it. It never hurts, so give it a try. The other quote, holding on to anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. And there's another one that I don't think I have it in my quotes because I have this one, but it says like the container that anger is held in, it causes more destruction to the container the anger is held in than anything it's going to pour it on. Pretty much that's saying, and that works for jealousy, that works for any negative emotion. Pretty much, you're only hurting yourself. If you're constantly angry at someone, if you're holding on to a grudge, if you're jealous of something, it's not going to hurt them. And even if it does, it's not going to hurt them very much. And it's going to do so much destruction to you. So do your best just to let it go. And especially with anger, like it doesn't matter how mad you get at somebody, if you just hang on to it every single day, it's going to hurt you and they're not going to be affected by it at all. And I mean, you can go up and voice your opinion to them, but then let it go. Forgive them, forgive yourself, whatever you need to do, but don't hang on to it. So that's going to be it for jokes and quotes. Inside the Introvert. So I went hiking with a big group again, and I previously told you a story about one of the groups I went hiking with. That one was their introduction hike for the season, and so was this. This is a different group, a slightly different area. And it was just as awkward. I knew it would be, but got to get out there and meet new people. So yeah, I got there 5 minutes before we were supposed to, maybe 10 minutes before we were supposed to start the hike, like the time they said we were going to start the hike. No, we stood around for 30 minutes and we were just standing around in like a empty parking lot area, and it was completely awkward. I was just like standing there. I'm much better if I'm like sitting down, and I don't know what to do with my hands when I'm standing around. Like right now, I just kind of like I can't put them in my pocket because that means I'm not approachable. So I'm just kind of like, I don't know what to do. What do I do with my hands? Is it Anchorman, or is it like Talladega Nights or something where he's like, I don't know what to do with my hands when he's like being interviewed? So that's me, awkwardly standing there, not knowing what to do. Luckily there were like 4 or 5 other people that were also awkwardly standing there, and I could clearly tell. I didn't want to go up and talk to them, but I could clearly tell. One guy finally came up and started talking to me. I went to college in the area that I was at, and he's lived there forever, so he was talking about all the changes and stuff, so I was able to kind of keep conversation. Although it wasn't overly interesting, it was better than not talking to anybody. So, yeah. Then we finally got going, and everything was good. I was able to, we stopped several times, and each time we'd stop, I'd get in a different position in the line, because there were like 35 people. So it was a long line of people. And so I got in different positions and was able to talk to different people while walking. That's what I like to do, is talk while walking. And but yeah, afterwards they were having like a hot dog roast, and I was like, I feel like I've already had my awkward situation for the day, so I went ahead and just skipped that. I also had someone that was hounding me to get pictures done, and I had someone else that was waiting on me to play video games, so I was like, I'm just gonna go ahead and take off instead of staying around. And it's like, I feel like I have socialized enough for this meeting. But the next one, I did my first like model clothing shoot as a photographer, like lights and backdrop, and she was changing into different clothing and stuff, and I was taking pictures, and it was all right. I'm not a big fan of it. The lights weren't mine, neither were the backdrop. The guy, it's really stupid. The guy wants to do this himself. He bought a nice camera and all this gear and stuff, and he wants to do the pictures because it's like a clothing line that they've got a website for. But he, I guess, tried to do the pictures, and they just weren't turning out like what I can do. And I did this guy's engagement pictures, or no, maternity pictures. And so he ends up having me come take the picture. So he's got like all this gear, 'cause I don't have backdrops or lights or anything like that, because I don't like portrait pictures at all. The only reason I do it is for money. I would much rather just take nature pictures all day long, and you can't really benefit financially off of pictures like that. So I just do portraits whenever I can to make money and help people out. So that's what I ended up doing. It was super uncomfortable when she would go to change clothes, because I'm fine in silence. So I'm fine just sitting there. Like, I would adjust the lights when she was gone if we needed to change things around a little bit. But okay, I'm back. I kind of got the feeling I was going long. I'm probably getting kind of dark too. Okay, so I'm almost done though. I'm on the second introverted story. I was talking about how when she would go to change clothes, it was silent, and I was fine with, but he was uncomfortable with the silence, so he kept trying to talk, and he was talking about wanting me to come like starting once a week and then maybe twice a week once business picked up, and so I could take pictures of all the new stuff. I didn't want to do that at all. He's like over an hour away from me, and I barely make enough to cover the gas price to get up there and back. And which I don't charge hardly anything for my photography. I wouldn't really charge anything at all, but people are weird and think something's wrong if I don't do that. So I charge a small fee, but mostly if I feel like I'm helping somebody out by taking pictures, I just do it. Like, it's enjoyable for me. I don't know why I would need to charge, but man, my family and friends really hate the prices I charge. Like, it bothers them way more than it bothers me. But so anyways, I was really hoping this guy would just figure it out himself. Like I said, he's got all this stuff. He's got the nice camera, the backdrop. All he's got to do is like figure out the angles that I'm using and just recycle those. Like, you've got the same type of products over and over again, so you don't really need my help to do that. So, and it's been like 3 weeks and he hasn't contacted me, which is fantastic. I was planning on just saying I was going to be busy and not being able to, I was going to try to not be very reliable to this guy, which I hate doing, but I'm not, I don't want to come out and say, dude, I don't want to work for you. So instead I'd be like, that's my passive aggressive, is to be non-reliable. But anyways, that's gonna be it for that story. The last story, this one's not so introverted, but I was looking for something to do on vacation in the town that I was in. because my dad was like just wanting to hang out at the hotel. I was like, no, I need to go do something. So I was recommended to go to a park, and it had like a day fee, which is fine. But around here, you always pay the fee at the gate. Like they've got a little box and you fill out your information, pay the fee, put it in the box, and then put something in your car and you're good to go. Well, I went in, I guess I had followed somebody in and didn't realize it because the gate stays open for quite a while and the gate is supposed to close. And so I got in there, couldn't find anywhere to pay because I wasn't technically supposed to be in there until I paid. And so I finally go across the street from the park, and that's where the site area is, the park, or the ranger station, I guess. I can't think of what to call it. And there's a whole bunch of cars parked there, and it looked like, I couldn't really tell if the cars right next to me had people in it, but it looked like the front cars, everyone had gotten out. I don't know what was going on. I don't know if it was like a big family or a big get-together and they all just kind of parked there. But I sat behind, I'm assuming, an empty vehicle for a good couple minutes before I finally was like they were kind of looking at me like, I wonder if that guy knows that he needs to come up here. And that's kind of what I was assuming. So I was like, I guess I need to go up there. So I finally pull up there and go inside. Everything worked out, paid, came back around, and my stupid cycle died on me right after I punched in the code to go into the gate. And I'm guessing the battery needs to be replaced on it. It's done that a few times. It hasn't, like, it didn't die on me. It didn't, I killed it when I was putting in the code, like on purpose, and it wouldn't start back up. And it's done that to me a couple times, like, doesn't want to start up. And like I said, I probably need a new battery. I bought it used 3 years ago, and I haven't put a new battery in it since. It just started doing this. So, but anyway, so I put it in neutral, heave it over to the edge because there's a car behind me, which the car didn't even go past me. He ended up pulling off to the side, and he was like trying to talk to someone else, I guess, but I wasn't paying attention because I was trying to figure out why my cycle wouldn't start. And once I pushed it over there, it started right up. It's like, what in the world? So I went ahead and drove angrily up to my trail, and which Texans do not know what steep and difficult really means. Like, it was steep, but it was not difficult. It was not very long. Like, it was steep, and then you're like on the top, and it's good. Like, their steep and difficult is ours are easy to moderate. So, but it was still fun. It was neat walking the trail, definitely different scenery and everything like that. And which I was worried that my cycle wasn't going to start up again, but I was like, there's no point in worrying about it until you get back to your cycle. So I didn't really think about it at all during the trip, and it did. It started up fine. I was able to get home or get back to the hotel, and everything was good. I'm gonna glance at this real quick and make sure I said everything. So I didn't read any of this. I just went into the story. Yep, I guess I covered it all. So that's gonna be it for this video. There's an introduction video out there, so if you watch it, it'll kind of update you on everything that has to deal with this podcast. All my episodes are on YouTube. So if you want to watch older episodes or listen to older episodes, you can find them on there. New episodes go on to SoundCloud, the audio version of it. Which the YouTube has video and everything. So if you want to see why you're hearing what you're hearing, you can see it on there. SoundCloud, they stay on there for a couple months, and then I run out of room and have to delete them. I've also got Instagram and Twitter, which you can contact me on. I post silly, stupid things that I find online on those. I don't keep up with them very well, but I don't get any comments, so I don't have to worry about keeping up with the comments. And yeah, that's all. So take care of yourself, because there's only one you out there. Oh, my phone is still recording. It is.